Welcome to your career wake up call. I'm so excited that you've joined me on this journey. This is going to be kind of fun. A lot of people don't take the time to sit down and really think about what they want to do. And I am putting the power in your hands. Don't be scared. I know that might sound scary, but you have all the power to make all the decisions and choices that you want in your life and in your career. And I'm going to help you push it along today. So this is the career wake up call. Let's get started. So here's a little bit about me. I'm a career matchmaker, a career strategist, a career job matchmaker, whatever you want to call me. I like to pair people with careers that they get excited about and that helps them live the lifestyle that they want to live because we should be working in order to support the lifestyle that we lead, not the other way around. We don't want our life to revolve around the work that we do. So, my approach to careers is pretty simple. I like to live by the phrase if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. And that means the people that I help, if it's not fun to them, I'm not going to force them to go down that path and do it. I wouldn't do it, so I don't want them doing it. And then here's all the boring stuff, all my credentials, 10 plus years in a bunch of different industries. I won't go down that rabbit hole, but I have spent my career doing a bunch of different things because I get bored so easily. And it goes back to my motto, if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. So if I'm curious about something in one season, it doesn't mean that I have to continuously force myself to do it if I really don't think it's fun anymore and I'm not learning. So keep that in mind as you are thinking through and working through the exercises that we do today. So let's get started. This is Your Dreams Are Calling. This is the section where we sit down and you actively think about the dreams that have been calling you and you've been ignoring. So, I hope you have a sheet of paper. If you don't, pause me, but I'm going to keep going so that we get through all of this. So, if you have your sheet of paper, I want you to start off by asking yourself, who do I want to impact or help? So, just brain dump. Don't try to think extra hard about this. I want you to just brain dump it. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down. And I'm going to keep going, but feel free to pause me so that you have enough time to digest the question and then do your brain dump. So, next up, we have how do I want to impact them? So, the them in this is the people that you want to impact. How do you want to impact them? What will you be doing while you impact them? Take a moment and pause and think through this question as well. Next, we have what will happen if I never make this impact or I never help them? So, if you don't help this set of people that you so desperately want to serve and help, what will happen to them in their lives or the people that are in their lives? What is sort of that ripple effect that will happen if you never meet them and if you never help them get to wherever you want them to get to or help them do whatever you want them to do. All right, moving on. The next question is how can I impact them tomorrow? So, a lot of times we sit with our thoughts and we know what we want to do, but we don't know the steps that it takes to get to where we want to be. So, this question is helping you make that definite um, plan to get to where you want to be and what you want to be doing. So, I'm starting off small. How can I impact them tomorrow? That's the only question you have to answer right now. All right, moving on. How can I impact them in 6 months? So, This one's a little bit lofty, but like I said, just brain dump. What are some things that you could do over the next 6 months? It could be big, it could be small, it's up to you. But the number one thing that you have to do is make an impact on the community that you want to serve. And next up, the last question is, how can I impact them in the next year? So this one's a little bit longer out. But imagine from the day to day that you're watching this, what are some of the things that you've done that you can actively look back on and say, I've made an impact on this community or these people or this thing because I did all of these things. I want you to list all of the things that you could have done to make an impact, big or small, on the community that you set out to serve. And remember, you can pause me at any time, but I'm going to keep this thing moving along. So here's a quick example of my dreams that are calling and knocking. I went through and answered every single question that I gave you. And I'm not going to read this, but I'll give you some time to pause and read this if you need an example. But if not, we're going to keep rocking and rolling and moving forward. So now it's time to bring your dream to life. Yay! A lot of times this is where people struggle. They get stuck in that dream phase that we just walked through, and they never do what needs to be done to move it into reality. Or they wait for other people to help them move it into reality. But you don't need to do that. You have all the power in your hands. And that's so exciting once you realize you have choices to make. And the choices that you make will either move you forward or keep you stagnant. Life gets a little bit exciting because you have all the power. So that's my mindset shift for right now. I'm going to keep this moving forward. So, the good thing is that AI exists and you don't really have to do these things alone anymore. So, here I have a prompt for you, and I will link out a little box where you can easily copy this prompt and paste it into the provided AI tool that's on the page. But this prompt essentially gives you everything that you need to help you start moving towards clarity. So, this prompt, I'll break it down for you. So, it says, give me a list of unique job titles, job descriptions, skills, and work environment descriptions job listed that matches that matches as closely as possible to the description that I have provided below. So the description that you will provide, you might have guessed, is your dream list that you created in the last section. So it's very, very simple. All you're going to do is copy that description. And if you use the notepad that I provided on the page, you should have received that description to your email list or your email box. Copy everything that was sent to you and then paste it directly into the AI tool that's on the page. And then also copy this AI prompt and just hit enter. And once you hit enter, you will get a list of results. And I will show you some examples, some screenshots, or a video of my results after using this prompt and putting in my description from the last couple of pages. And prepare to be kind of amazed. AI is very helpful, but it'll just give you a breakdown of some jobs that you could be exploring that match your desire for impact and also helps you serve the people that you say you want to be serving or the cause that you say you want to be serving. It'll help sort of push you in that direction and get your wheels turning a little bit. And that helps you get a little bit of clarity and a little bit closer to what you want to be doing. And A quick plug, the AI tool that I have provided is Career Copilot. It's an AI career coach that you can ask anything under the sun to. And it'll help you get a little bit of clarity, and it'll clear up a little bit of that career frustration or any career challenges that you may be struggling with, especially if you can't immediately talk to a career professional. So check it out after using the tool for this career clarity call. Use it for anything else that you might need. All right, we're moving on. So that helps you get a bit of clarity around your dreams or thoughts that you've constantly been having in your career. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about how to make your dreams come true. So, once you see your dreams on the page in a little bit of an organized way, you might be wondering, how can I make them an actual reality? So, this is the part where we talk about it. So, I have a chart here, and I'll leave, if you like this chart, I'll leave a template for you to download so that you can fill in for yourself. But if you have a sheet of paper or your favorite notebook, go ahead and draw this out. Make sure you put timeline, goal, challenge, and promise on the left hand side, and then leave the right hand side blank so that you can fill in the different sections of this chart. But this is, I'm calling this the make your own dreams come true chart. And it's just like a reminder and a digestible visual to help you move towards the goals that you've set for yourself. So here is an example of me. I filled out my make your own dreams come true visual or framework. So I set my timeline. I made it a year. I set one goal because I don't want to overwhelm myself. And I made it a SMART goal. So I said, my goal is to host 2 live career clarity workshops on LinkedIn every 4 months. Minimal attendance. I want to be 20 participants per session, and then I want to receive 4 or 5 star reviews from my attendees of my career clarity workshops. The challenge that I'm most worried about is not having enough energy to host a workshop. And then a promise that I'm making to myself is that I will be honest with myself. If I don't have the energy to host, I will find an alternative way to serve my audience. So, I want you to do this for yourself. What is a goal that you have for yourself? What's your timeline? Give yourself a constraint. That's your timeline so that you can stick to it. Give yourself a challenge. So, like, if you know that something is going to be a challenge for you, I want you to be realistic and write that challenge down. Like for me, it's that I don't have energy sometimes. I'm doing too much. And it's a real struggle for me to put things together because of my energy levels. So that's a challenge for me that I've recognized about myself. And then I want you to also give yourself a promise. So be extremely honest here. What is a promise? Like a pinky promise? Remember those things when we were younger? What's a pinky promise that you want to give yourself to make sure that you follow through on the goal and the timeline that you set for yourself? So once you've done that, I want you to go back to your career planning bestie, career co-pilot, and I have a prompt for you so you can fill in the blank. Here is the prompt. I'll read it to you, but I'll also provide it on the page so that you can easily copy and paste it into the tool. So the prompt is, my goal is to enter your goal in, enter your timeline. I will enter your promise to yourself while avoiding, enter your challenge to help me reach my goal. And then this is the task that you're giving your AI tool. You're going to say, give me a quarter by quarter plan to help me reach my goal while helping me overcome my top challenge. So, you want to do quarter by quarter because in the business world, we break down a year in a quarter. It makes it a little bit more digestible. And it also helps you clearly see your goals laid out. So if you have one goal and you give yourself an entire year or a week or a month, whatever it may be, just break it down by that timeline that you set for yourself. So for me, I set a year goal. A year goal is a good goal to have because it makes it a little bit more digestible when you're not trying to stuff big goals into small time frames. But if you wanted to achieve something over the course of 6 months, you could say give me a month by month plan. If you wanted to do something over the course of 4 weeks, you could say, give me a week by week plan. Do whatever you need to do. This AI prompt is just a template, but you can change it to fit the goal that you have set for yourself. And then we're going to move on. So once you use the AI tool and it gives you your step by step plan, once again, I have a template for you. You can use it. You can print out the template or you can use your own sheet of paper, but divide the page up so that it's digestible for you. And in my example, I set a year goal. So I have half of the page that says quarter 1, the other half says quarter 2, and then I have another page that says quarter 3 and quarter 4. So you can do the same. The more you break things down and start putting it on paper, you make it a reality. So in the first section, you set the standard. You knew exactly what you wanted to accomplish. You put it down on paper. The AI tool gave you exactly some careers that you can enter into to help you get a little bit closer to reaching that goal. And then in this section, we broke everything down. The AI tool helped you get a plan in place, so that you could start making strides towards what you want to do. And it makes it a little bit more digestible for you. So, we're kind of done because you did a lot. And it was less than 20 minutes. You did all of this in less than 20 minutes. Can you believe yourself? Give yourself like a hand clap, a pat on the back. You're a little bit closer to clarity and doing what you say you want to do and making it a reality. And I have like a fun bonus for you if you have a little bit more time and you're a visual learner. So, dun da da da. Here is the bonus activity that I want you to do if you are a visual learner. So you can scan the QR code, and that QR code just takes you to Pinterest. But if you have Pinterest bookmark like I do, you can just click on your bookmark. And I want you to do a little bit of vision boarding. I want you to create a new Pinterest board that could describe your timeline. So for me, I set a goal of a year. For you, it can be your month, it can be your 6 weeks, it's whatever. Just label it my 1 year plan. Label your Pinterest board that, and then I want you to start looking for pictures that reflect the dream that you set for yourself. So for instance, in this example, I put a workshop facilitator at the top of mine because that's what I set out to do, lead workshops on LinkedIn. And in order for me to fill my board, I'm using the senses, the 5 senses. What does being a workshop facilitator feel like? Like, what am I looking at? What's my site? What am I listening to? What am I hearing as I'm building my workshops or as people are asking me questions? What does it taste like? What do I eat before I give my talk? What does it smell like? Do I have incense burning, candles burning? What am I touching? Am I touching laptops? Do I have sticky notes? These are all thoughts that I'm thinking about as I'm building out my workshop facilitator Pinterest board. And then eventually I want to travel to places to do workshops, so that's why you see an airplane window and someone sitting outside and breathing in and breathing out, because workshops outside aren't off limits. These are all things that I'm thinking about, and this is in the way future, but my starting point is workshops on LinkedIn. So I want you to do this. Like, if you have a little bit of time, go ahead, get a Pinterest board, get your favorite snack, and then start building out your vision board for your timeline that you set for yourself, and share it with me. And this is how you can connect with me and share everything that I've given you in this wake up call. I hope it was truly a wake up call and you're leaving with something tangible that you can execute as soon as tomorrow. I want you to connect with me on LinkedIn, send me anything from this workshop, or this clarity call that you feel compelled to share with me. I'd love to see it. And then follow on Break Room Buddha. Just go to breakroombuddha.com. If you have career questions, there's a chance that I have an article or something that can help you solve whatever challenge you're struggling with right this minute. And I can't wait to see what you share with me. Thank you for joining me on this career clarity call. I hope that you have a little bit of clarity and you know exactly what your next step in your career should be. I'm excited for you. Enjoy your journey. And I'm always here for you. Bye.